Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna get ready together. I have some new products I want to test out. I did get a nice little parcel here from Merit Beauty. So sweet of them to send me some more products. I did do like a full face of Merit Beauty a few months ago anyways, but they have launched some new lipsticks and they offered to send these over to me. So they launched, I believe, February 22nd. So by the time you're seeing this video, they will have launched. So I thought we'd start with like unboxing this nice little parcel that I have here. So these are their signature lightweight lipsticks. They let me pick out 2 colors. This video is not sponsored. However, they have provided me with an affiliate link that will be down below if you're interested in any of the products. You can click that link and shop there and support the channel. I do appreciate it. So they always have these little cards in here. They're so cute. I just love like the whole, you know, less is more kind of attitude that they have. And on this card, it says Merit Minimalist Beauty, the antidote to the oversaturated world of beauty. I love that. So they did, like I said, they let me pick out a few things. So let's unbox the lipsticks first. So I have them right here. So I picked out the shade Baby and the shade Millennial. And they say on the packaging here, hydrating, buildable lipstick with a soft satin finish. It's so lightweight, you'll forget you're wearing it. I'm pretty sure they all say something like that. Yeah, like their foundation says, you can't tell what's you and what's makeup. Like I like this whole undetectable makeup idea, especially I'm working a long day today, so I thought this would be a great day to have just like a minimal sort of makeup look going on. Anyways, let's open the lipsticks, like I said. So this is the shade Millennial. Oh, that's some nice packaging, right? Oh, I wasn't expecting it to look so fancy. Okay, so this is the shade Millennial. We'll do a little swatch here. Oh yeah, they feel really nice and almost kind of balmy. So this is like a nice kind of nudie pink shade. The colors I chose, you guys won't be surprised by. These are very much like in my wheelhouse of colors. And then the second color I chose is called Baby, and it's more of a, well, I guess they're both kind of pinky nudes. Okay, so there's the colors here. So this one is Millennial and this one is Baby. So you can see this one's kind of a peachy pinky nude and this one's got a little bit more of a cool tone to it, but definitely in my wheelhouse of colors. Shades, I wanted to pick shades that I was gonna wear often. I felt like they had, I wanna say 6 shades, maybe 8, I can't remember. And there was a nice variety, but I knew if I picked one of the darker colors, I just wouldn't wear them very often. And it sounded like a formula I'd really like, so those are the lipsticks we picked out. So we'll try those on after. But they did also send over another one of their lip oils. And this time I got the shade Bel Air. So it's more of like a clear color. The other shade that I have from them is called Au Naturel, and it's more of a like nude shade. So let's throw the lip oil on right now just to like give the lips something because I'm really dry. I thought it would be nice to have a clear one just for like to toss in my purse, you know? And then they sent 3 other products over. So as you guys know, if you saw my other video that I did with their products, you know I love their blushes. So they did let me pick out another shade of blush, and I chose the shade Raspberry Beret, and it's a little bit darker than the other 2 that I have. So that's it right there. I thought it could be really fun to have something a little bit deeper. The other 2 that I have are here. So I have Cheeky, which is more of a light pink shade, and Beverly Hills, which is more of a nude. So I thought that gave me like a nice range for my skin tone, because you guys know these are my favorite cream blushes. I'm really loving them. And then the other 2 products they sent over are another foundation and highlighter. So I've been raving about the highlighter pretty much nonstop since I tried it. It's my favorite cream highlight that I've tried so far because it doesn't mess up my foundation underneath. I find a lot of times with the cream highlights, I'm really getting that color picking up underneath. So the original color that I had is this one here. So this is the shade Kava, and it's this, you can see I've got it like flattened on the top, and it's more of a like champagne kind of shade. So I picked the next one deeper, thinking that it might be a good tone for me in the summertime. But now I'm actually thinking I could still wear that now. It's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. So you can see this one's a little bit more of that like light, bright champagne. And this one's got a little bit of a rosier undertone, and it's called Bounce. And then last but not least, like I said, they sent another one of their foundation sticks over. So the shade that I currently have is Linen, which is a good shade match for me. I just kind of thought, well, if they're gonna send me more, I've got these like all flattened out, that it might be nice to have something a little bit deeper. So this is Linen, the color that I have currently, which is probably what works for me perfectly right now because I'm super pale. But then I picked the shade called Bisque, which, yeah, I thought could be a really good summer shade for me. Same tone, like it's still got that neutral undertone. So we might use a little bit of both today. That's actually blending in really well with my hand. So really happy with the colors I picked. Let's get started. I have to work today. Okay, I've got my little headband on. I'm going to take my rings off, and it's been a while since I did my skincare this morning, so I am going to throw on a primer. I'm going to use my Touch in Sol No Problem Prime Essence. This is in my current project pan, and I find this just kind of, it's very like liquidy, just kind of reactivates my skincare and gives a little bit of like slip and hydration back to the skin. It's gonna be a very simple look today. I really wanna like embrace that minimal beauty idea. Okay, so I think we will just do one of these. I think that is gonna be a little dark for me right now. I'm so pale, it's February in Canada. I actually feel like a mix might be okay. So let's do a little bit of both. I'm gonna do a few lines of Bisque, and then I'm gonna do Linen, just to kind of mix the two. So I'm just gonna use their little foundation brush that they sent me the last time, and we'll just blend that in. Oh yeah, I think those two colors mixed together is pretty good. I find if I go too light, my skin looks dry. I do really like this formula for work because it's like really smooth underneath of my mask. It doesn't stay sticky like some of my liquid foundations. Yeah, I think that matched pretty good, those two colors mixed together. I'm gonna do a little bit of spot concealing just on my more obvious pigmentation there, and a little dot of concealer underneath of the eyes. You can use the Merit foundations as concealer, but I have some prominent dark circles, so I do like to go in with a liquid underneath of the eyes. I just find it gives me a little bit more coverage. Now, if I was doing like a no makeup day, the Merit foundation underneath of the eyes would be great. So I just used a tiny dot of the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue concealer, just one dot under the eyes. Okay, so I'm just gonna set the under eyes with my Covergirl Clean Fresh pressed powder. Well, before I do anything else, I'm gonna put on my bronzer and my blush. So I just brought my little Milk Makeup bronzing stick here, sticking with the cream products for my face makeup. I'm trying out this little weird brush that we got last week. So I'm just using this sort of angled side, picking up a little bit of product there. Actually, this is a nice brush for this because it's so fluffy and soft. It's not like stamping too much bronzer in one spot, you know, which is great because you guys know I tend to have a heavy hand when it comes to bronzer and blush. I always think I've got it just right, and then I'll go to edit a video and I'm like, oh, Jamie, what are you doing? So gives a little bit of color to the skin here. I do find like cream products go over that foundation really nicely. And I know you guys asked me, I think you asked me in the last video where I tested out that foundation for the first time. I didn't set it down with powder that day, and you guys had asked how it wore. And it wore okay, but if I'm gonna work, you know, a regular work day for me is 10 hours is like a normal work day for me. If I'm gonna work a 10-hour day, I definitely need to set my foundation regardless of what foundation I'm using. But if I was off and just doing, you know, minimal makeup for my everyday life, I could just get away with setting the under eyes and leaving the foundation unset. So let's test out this blush. I'm so excited. So I like to take these on my finger. So I just take a little bit on like my middle finger and tap it on. Ooh. So when I apply cream blush this way, I like to sort of pat on with my middle finger, and then I've got nothing on my ring finger, and I'll kind of tap out the edges. I like that color. It's much more cool toned than any other blush that I have, like cream blush that I have. And then I just, yeah, I like to take my foundation brush and kind of stamp around the edges. Oh, I think that's so pretty. Okay, let's do the other side. You could also do this with a brush or a sponge, whatever you like. I find cream blushes, like the bronzer, cream bronzers I like to apply with a brush. Cream blushes I generally like to apply with my finger. I just find like the heat of my finger kind of warms up the product and it blends out a little bit more easily. Yeah, I think that looks so healthy and pretty. Do we need to add any more? So cute and like flushed. Okay, so before I go in and powder my face, I am gonna put a little bit of this highlight on. So let's try this deeper shade called Bounce. And again, I like to take these on a finger. You could, I'm sure, draw these right onto the face, but I just like to kind of do it this way. I just think it's softer. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. For some reason, I thought it was gonna come out so much darker, but I think it's just right. So it ends up being a little bit more of a subtle highlight compared to the other one that I have because it's not so icy on the skin. So I think this one would work for a lot of skin tones. I'm just gonna tap a little on the end of my nose. Great, okay. So I am gonna powder my T-zone because like I said, I'm working a long day today. So just taking a little bit of my Physicians Formula loose mineral powder, and I'm just gonna go like down my T-zone. And I am really gonna set like my chin area because of course this is where my mask is gonna be all day. We need to put eyebrows on. So I'm just taking my Covergirl Ultra Fine Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Blonde. I'm just gonna quickly fill in my brows. Just like so. And I'm gonna take my Merit eyebrow gel that they sent me the last time. I have the shade Brown. I'm gonna run that through the brows. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of my NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen, and I'm just gonna run that through and put some hairs where I have no hairs. I've been really digging this new like eyebrow routine I've been doing with those 3 products. Just like the soft brow pencil, the brow gel, and the brow pen. I think the brows look very natural compared to how I used to do them. Now, we do need to do a little bit of eyeshadow, and I thought we would test out this little eyeshadow palette that I got from Essence, and this is called My Rose Will Go On. I don't know if you guys have seen my drugstore haul yet where I hauled this. I'm not sure the order that my videos are going up right now, but I was really excited about this little tiny eyeshadow palette, and I thought, what a great little palette to create a minimal eye look. I thought that would work out really well. Okay, so I put a little bit of primer down on my eyelids, and I'm just gonna set that with my loose powder on like a fluffy crease brush, just because these shadows are surprisingly pigmented from the swatches anyway. This will be the first time I use them on the eyes, so I just want to set myself up for success here. And I'm gonna go in with this lightest shade first in the crease. I probably could have set my primer down with this, but even that has a little bit of color. I can't get over how buttery these little Essence eyeshadow palettes are. I've actually bought a second one. You'll see me haul that in a vlog soon. But even just that is so pretty. Now I'm gonna go in with this sort of peachy pink shade, and I'm gonna take that now into the crease. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, this is gonna go really well with those lipsticks. I hope you guys can see okay. I have a mirror like right in front of me. Oh, those blend like a dream. I think we can use all of the colors in this little 6-pan palette. I think I might try. I can't get over how like just easily this is blending out. Okay, let's take our weird little brush, because we're testing all the things today, and we're going to take this darkest color on the sort of flat shader end of this brush. Oh my gosh, it's so pigmented. And I'm just going to tap that kind of in that outer corner area. I love, you guys know, I love these like rosy pink shades. I can't help myself. It's just my absolute favorite tones to wear. I think always has been, truly. It might be the easiest thing I've ever put on my eyes. So I'm just taking my crease brush with nothing on it and kind of blending those edges. Wow, cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna take the 2 shimmery colors. So I'm gonna take this deeper color on the outer area. And then I'm going to take the lighter color on like sort of the inner corner. The shimmers aren't going on as nice as I thought they would. Like they swatched really nicely, but I'm surprised that they're not showing up as well on the eyes. So I'm actually going to try them with a brush. I generally always use shimmers like that on my finger, but actually they're applying better with the brush. I don't know if you guys can tell. They were picking up on my finger, but then they weren't applying to the eye. They were just kind of staying on my finger. So maybe a brush is the way to go with those. I'm just taking that more like deeper shimmer shade into the center of the lid. And then I'm gonna just flip the brush over and go back into that lighter shade on the brush. Yeah, those are definitely applying better with a brush. Interesting. That's usually not the case. Now I'm just going to take this little teeny tiny brush into this like lightest shade right there, and I'm going to touch the inner corner with that. It's not super sparkly, but it is like brightening for that inner corner. That one's not so much a matte as it is like a satin, I think, which is fine. And now I'm just gonna take that sort of peachy pink shade that we did in our crease, and I'm gonna take that underneath of the eyes. And then I'm gonna take the dark color that we used on the outer corner, and I'm gonna just take that on the outer part of the, and then I kind of connect it up here just to make sure everything's kind of connected in that region. Okay, well, I'm happy with how that came together. I am gonna put on some mascara. So I am still using the Merit mascara. This is seeming like a sponsored video. It's not. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes. I'm gonna put any eyeliner on today. I didn't even bring any with me. And I'm just gonna do the other eye off of camera to save a little time. All right, so there's our eye look. I think it turned out nice. Now, all we need now is lips. So which lipstick do we want to wear? I think I might have to swatch them again to see what one I like best with this eye look. Okay, so Baby or Millennial. I think we're gonna do Millennial. I think that's gonna be the way to go. Do I want a lip liner? I think I will do a tiny bit of lip liner, so I'm just gonna use the Bodyography lip liner in the shade Pouty, just to give a little bit of definition. Okay, so let's go into our lipstick. So this is the first time I'm putting this lipstick on. It has like a balmy feel. Yeah, that's right up my alley. So take my headband off here. And this is the final look, you guys. So let's talk about the new products that we tried today. Of course, we've got the lipsticks. So this is the first time I'm wearing them. Color-wise, love them. Feels great, very comfortable on the lips. Has that nice balmy texture. I suspect they won't be the most long-wearing lipsticks, but that doesn't really bother me. That's not something I'm particularly looking for, especially in shades like this. So really liking those so far. We did try a new color of the highlight, and I think that looks really nice. I think it looks very natural on the skin because it's not so bright as the other one that I have. So really happy about that. I think that the foundation colors matched really well when I mixed them. So now I feel like I have that like really good light color and the really good sort of deeper color for me, for my skin tone. And now I can kind of just mix and match them to get the shade that I need. Really happy with the new shade of blush that I have. I think that looks really pretty, even though it's a deeper color. If you have a deeper complexion, I think you could really build this up to show up really nicely on your skin. But if you have a fair complexion like me, you can also sheer them out really well. Now, what did we think of this little brush? I don't know if I would necessarily like, I don't think I would ever consider this to be like a staple in my collection. I really don't know what you'd use this weird sponge for. It's like very firm. You're not gonna wet it because it's on the end of a brush. So this will probably never get used by me. I did, however, like this end for my cream bronzer. I think that applied it really nicely, and it helped me not to overdo my bronzer like I usually do because it's so soft. So I really liked that. I didn't use this angled brush, but I mean, I'm sure that that's fine. It looks like every other angle brush that I own. And this end, this flat shader worked just fine. So I think this brush is fine, but I don't think anybody needs it in their lives. And then lastly, the little eyeshadow palette. So I really enjoy these little Essence palettes. I do, however, I was surprised that I had to go in with the brush for the shimmer. So I don't know if that's a deal breaker for you, but I am mentioning it because the mattes went on just beautifully. I think they blended out really nicely. I think this look is looking even better in person than the way it's picking up on camera. But I think it came together really nicely. And I think if you really wanted to make those shimmers pop, if you applied them with a brush and then wet the brush with a setting spray, you'd probably get even more impact out of them. So these are $4.99. I mean, you can't beat that. So if you've been looking at any of these, I say pick them up. I don't think you're going to feel like you wasted your money. I think that's everything new that we tried today. So I hope you guys like this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried any of these, if you've had your eye on any of these products. Let me know if you've tried any of the Merit products. If you are interested in shopping any of the Merit products that we talked about today, I will have that affiliate link in the description box down below. I do appreciate if you decide to use it, but no pressure at all, as always. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon in another video. Bye.